Hi friends, it's Heather from North Avenue Inc. I'm getting started a little early tonight because it is the first time I've been live with you all for a couple of months now. The fall has been a really challenging time. I wanted to go ahead and give you a chance to take a screenshot of the card that we're doing tonight and let you know that I have a card class calendar scheduled and up on my website, getting ready for y'all to take a peek at. I'm also playing with a new layout in my craft room. So you may notice some new tweaks here. I am going to try and do our card measurements in the first few minutes of our lives from now on so that you can take a screenshot and just keep that for reference. There are other layouts that we'll be doing tonight, and that'll be part of our newsletter. So if you're not subscribed to the newsletter, send me a message and we'll get you signed up for that. And I want to also have you take a look at our new catalogs before I get started with our stamping. So we have, starting on January 7th, Celebration, which is the biggest promotion that Stampin' Up! Does. And it is where you get to get some free product with every order that you place over $60. And I'm going to show you one of the really cute stamp sets tonight that's part of the offerings, gift with purchase offerings for this catalog. If you are a current customer, you should have received this by now. If you haven't received it, let me know. I've got a couple extra orders that I can pop out in the mail to you if you didn't get one. And you should also be getting the mini catalog, which is where all the beautiful new catalog products are. So let me show you what that looks like so you can keep an eye out for it in your mailbox. This is the new mini. And gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Can't show you the inside yet, but I can show you some of the products that are going to be premiering in that. I'm not going to do that tonight, so you're going to have to whet your appetite. Tonight we're going to be working still with the holiday catalog. And the last day to order from that is the 6th. So we got a few more days here. So that's the catalog that looks like this. Let's see, there we go. And the stamp set that we're going to be using tonight from this catalog is Enjoying Little Things. So I'm going to pop down to the desktop here and we're going to get started. I am going to put the host code out for you. And if you are watching the replay, which I think probably most people will, this is the first time that I've gone live on a Thursday night. The replay was originally taped on January 2nd in 2025. And I am Heather Jenkins with North Avenue Inc. And I'm glad to be here as your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you need a catalog, if you need help with anything, please reach out in a comment or email, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Let's get started stamping, okay? The host code for this month, which gets you, let's get that up there, which gets you, that's what we want. Hang on. There, that's what I'm looking for. The host code for this month. When you place an order in my online store, if you add that host code in, I'll know that you are hoping to receive the free card kit for next month's free card class. And that will be using some of our Celebration products. So I wanted to let you know about that. I'll pull some of those out for you so you can see. Because remember, I can't show you the catalog, but I can show you some of the really cute products that are part of the program. So this is the Terrific Toadstool set, and it comes with a punch, and this paper is one of the free incentives for Celebration. I'm just going to pull that out so you can see I've already started packing into it here. But it's beautiful pinks and oranges and greens. Absolutely fun and cheerful and ready to roll for the spring season. And what I love about it is that it goes with so many of the sets that I already have. So even if I didn't fall in love with the toadstool set, I had several other sets that I'm going to be using in a live class here at the house to go along with it. So these are the cards that will be part of the class, and there'll be 2 others as bonus cards. If you'd like to get the card kit, then you can place an order this month using the host code, and I will send the card kit to you ahead of time, or you can attend the live class in person on the 25th. So be watching for more information about that. So one of the things that dawned on me as I was getting ready to stamp during the last week of break here, I'm sure a lot of you are experiencing back to school with kiddos, and this was our first day back to school, and it was busy. It was busy, and I got to thinking, you know, I understand why people sometimes have a hard time making time to do crafting. And I thought, well, how can I explain to folks how I do crafting, how it is that I'm able to fit that in? And I started paying attention to that over our holiday break here. And one of the things that I recognize is that I do feel like my space is set up so that I can work in blocks. And so I decided to do this series for you all, talking about craft blocks. And one of the blocks that I realized that I had created for myself was that along the way, I sort of developed a system of, let me turn my light on here for you guys. I developed the system of when I'm done with seasonal paper, I will cut it into chunks, rectangles, easy to use rectangles, and I stick it away in a file that's on a shelf in my room. And when I have a minute or two, I will pull some of them out. And that's how I got to this card here. This card here has a piece of what is really Christmas paper from last year. And I just felt like having an organizing time. I'm sure some of you have felt like that on occasion. So I cut a piece of the designer series paper. Some of you may know it as double-sided scrapbooking paper. I know we have a lot of folks who have come over from close to my heart. And this measures roughly 3.5 by 4 3/4 inches. So 3.5 by 4 3/4 inches. And then I matted it on a 5 by 3 3/4 inch piece of white cardstock. The color of cardstock here is Blueberry Bushel. And I had a tag cut. What was another block I use is sometimes I just like to sit in front of the TV and do die cutting. So I started making a list of these things that I do for blocks. So one, if I'm feeling crafty but not got a lot of brain power, I can sort cardstock and DSP. And one of the things that I decided is that I'm not going to put it all out at once. I'm going to create for myself a sort of inspiration station. And I got a little container and I put just the pieces of paper that I wanted to focus on for the stamp sets that I was working with this week and this month in here. And I got some Avery Post-it tabs here, and I just put those pieces in here. So you can see there's some retired paper, there's some paper that's on last chance list, there's current birthday paper. These are the things that I wanted to work on this month. And then I had this block of paper from last year's Christmas that I wanted to use up. So I pulled these out, and that's my inspiration station to start my card making with. I've already used papers from, I think this is a 2017 paper that I just loved. And I didn't have very many pieces left, but I thought, okay, I can create a block. I'm going to create a card that doesn't have any kind of sentiment on it. I'm just going to get the card ready so that when I feel like I'm ready to stamp and pull inks out and do die cutting for images I'm going to color in, I have the card ready. I have the paper put down. It's kind of the rote, simple part of creating a card.
that you have to do before you get to the fun part of coloring and inking. Here's another one. Again, that paper is 2017, but it's beautiful colors. Stampin' Up's color palette continues on. So I know that I always have something in my current selection of inks that will go with these colors. Here's another one from the Christmas paper that I just flipped over. It looks like a birthday card to me. So here I am. I'm going to send 15 birthday cards this month, and this is going to be the basis for those birthday cards. There's another one, same Christmas paper on the back, but I just blocked it out, simple strips, matted on a color, ready to go. The insides are blank right now. Okay, and I can decide if I'm going to do it landscape or portrait, depending on what embellishments I'm going to use. Okay. Okay, whether I need a thank you note or a birthday card or a sympathy card. The colors sort of dictate the mood of the card. And I just think it's a great way to get yourself ready to roll crafting without too much effort. You can get the papers set out, get your base cardstock set out, and have some blanks ready to go. The other part of my card blocking, as I'm going to call it, I'm going to write this up for you guys because I don't think anybody else has talked about doing their cards this way, is I also do some of my favorite coloring in images, and I'll just stamp a whole bunch of them. And then if I'm sitting waiting for an appointment or watching TV, or my husband's got football on and I'm not really engaged in the game, I can color. And then I've got these right on my desk in a little tiny basket here with scraps of, white for punching things out. And I have them there to just pull out when I'm ready to do a card. So that's another part of, and I'll call that pre-stamping block. And you're here, I'm just sort of brainstorming here with you tonight to get this done. I'm going to save the seagulls for last. This is the Friendly Seagulls is one of the sets that is a free celebration set with a $60 order. I just love these seagulls. I know that being located in New England, we're really close to a 3-hour drive to a weekend by the ocean in Maine. And just, these are such happy birds. I love them. And I'm going to make a Valentine's card here with this card that I had just set out. So I'm going to do, I guess I got that set out. I'll do that one right now so you can see how that's going to come together. And then I'll show you a couple others with the Saying Hey set and the Enjoying Little Things set, just using the card blocks that I had created. And I think that's what I'm going to call them, card blocks. They're just blocks of card ready to go. So let's do this one first. And as people join in, I should put my comments on so as people join in, I can catch them. I'm not expecting it tonight, but anyhow, here we go. So this card blank here, I was thinking when I got my seagulls, what a fun thing to do here. I'm going to take the seagull image. There's a couple of them. This one is one where he's kind of looking over his shoulder. I'm just going to stamp off here, make sure he's clear. Okay, so there he is. He's looking over his shoulder, and I'm going to stamp him on a scrap and then cut him out. Okay, so we're going to do that right there. Here's that. Okay. And then I'm going to do, hey, it says good looking. Make sure it's clear. Yep. Hey, good looking. There's that. And then on the inside, it's going to say, I think this is cute. I love you more than French fries. Make sure it came out clear. Yep. I love you more than French fries. Okay. So that's the ink for that. Very little stamping, but it comes together so fast. This is the fun part to get the coloring done. So I'm going to color this guy. I'm going to grab my inks. And I think what I had decided was I was going to do him in Granny Apple Green. That's what this color is. And just do a little bit. So I'm using the water-based ink, which goes well with our Stampin' Blends alcohol inks. And let's give him just a little stripe, green stripe. Not too fussy. Little green stripe on in here. And I'll grab some Daffodil Delight for his beak and his feet. So I'm just taking the color from the paper. I'm not thinking, I know you're not going to see a seagull with a green wing. Maybe you will. I don't know that much about birding, but there he is. And do I want to do one other color? Grab my light party. It's a little too light. I'm going to do dark pool party. And you're hearing all this rattling around here. I decided that I've gone through a couple of configurations of organizing my markers, and I have a fancy carry case for when I'm going to a retreat. But when I am working at my desk, I tend to use a lot of just bins. And that works really well for me. I can put the bin on a shelf, bring it over, and put it away. When I'm done, I can see things easily. So that's how I roll with my markers. I'll show you just one of these little refrigerator bins. And I just pop them in, and there we go. Okay, so that's the coloring. Voila, easy peasy. Let me cut out this little guy. Do a little fussy cutting. Nice curves, easy to make it look cute. There we go. So I'm going to stick him right here. Hey, good looking. Maybe I want to do it a little closer. We'll do it a little closer. Hey, good looking. What do you think? I'll pop him in there. And I am going to put him up on dimensionals. Okay, put his head. And that there. And here. Okay. Kind of a tippy guy. Hey, good looking. Open this up. Grab my snail adhesive. And again, this is the measurements. If you're tuning in partway through here, measurements are in that initial photo. There, look, isn't it so cute? So cute. That's card number 1. And it came together really, really quickly because I had already done those card blocks, right? Let me scrub these guys clean on my Stampin' Scrub. The other thing that I've decided in my scrap room, my stamp room here, is that I have a whole bunch of things on wheels. I have this little acrylic table that fits under my desk, and I decided if I can get my Stampin' Scrub away from all my work so things can stay dry, that would be a really good thing. So that's what I did there. All right, let me grab the next card. So this is, again, card that's just a base. So if I was doing a card block, okay, modeled on this one, or this one here. Okay, I've got a card base, and I have just a piece of paper. And again, this is retired paper. I love it. And I think that Stampin' Up! Does a great job of continuing themes so that if you look back in your stash and maybe you don't want to spend the money on a completely new set of papers, but you want the new stamp set. Well, my guess is if you've been a customer for a while, you probably have something that's going to work in your set, in your stash. So just going to put it here. And I'm not being very fussy with this at all. I'm just making sure that my little tiny suns are right side up. And I'm going to pop it on here like that. I love rainbows. I have probably 3 or 4 different rainbow sets. Some people like butterflies. Some people like flowers. I like the rainbows. They make me happy. There we go. And again, when you're doing these blocks, you know that the measurements of a card, it's a 5.5 by 4 1/4. So if you get a, if you take a piece of, 6-inch paper, not a good example. Let's grab one of the total papers. From my inspiration station. If you had a 6-inch piece of paper, you know that you can cut a 3-inch, half of a 6 by 6 piece, and trim it to 5.5. There's your center panel. Boom, done. Flip it over, and then you've got something for the envelope. Okay, easy peasy. All right, so here we've got rainbows, and we're going to do enjoying the little things. Okay, did I put them on? I did. Look at me. Look at me go. And what I was thinking here, go there. I think I'm going to do it on a regular big old piece here. One of the other blocks that I would write up for you of time to spend is to cut quarter sheets of white cardstock, because that way you are ready to go at a moment's instant. This set, these larger images punch out with a 2 3/8 circle punch. So I'm going to do that here. And I'm just going to grab an ink because it's right here on my desk. And we will do, let's do pink. That's Melon Mambo. And I'm going to grab the Sunshine and Smiles, Sending Sunshine and Smiles. So where's my sending? Sending. There. And Sunshine and Smiles. So if you're trying to get things lined up on the block and you've got a specific space to set them into, I would line them up as you wish them to be on the image that you're going to punch out. And I want that at an angle. And I want this like this. And I'm going to grab a stamp block that's big enough. And I wanted to try this in pumpkin pie for sentiment. I'll do that. Okay. Sending Sunshine and Smiles. Let's see what we think. Sending Sunshine and Smiles. And we will punch that out. With the punch. And if you've not used our Stampin' Up! Punches, man, they are the bomb. When you have circles to cut out, make your life easy. And get some punches. Is that adorable? Sending Sunshine and Smiles. That could not be cuter. Could not be cuter. Let's put that on some dimensionals. And I think I probably need some ribbon. I think we do some ribbon. Grab some ribbon. I know in my stash, let's see, blue ribbon. A little blue ribbon. I'm actually really loving this pool party. This is available online in our online exclusives. It is the Lost Lagoon soft cording. It is so soft. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to put some loops of this behind this. Okay. And turn this over. And just get some loops. That's about, I would say probably 10 inches would probably be enough. I think I cut it to 12. I'm just going to do this and press it down. So it shows. The way I want it to. And then we will get some dimensionals. Dimensionals actually help hold it in place as well. See, another thing that I did while we were on this Christmas break is as I said, I got everything on wheels in my craft space, and I just rearranged everything so it was like all under my desk. I can't afford one of the really gigantic, fancy. I'm very much a Staples craft room furniture person, so everything that I've gotten has been sort of purchased as I come across things on discount sales and such to make up my craft room. But the one thing that I've kept consistent is keeping everything. What do you think? So cute, right? I mean, it's so sweet. Sending sunshine and smiles. And then the inside, what we're going to do. This is a quarter sheet. I'm just going to trim it down to 4 by 5 1/4. So it makes a nice liner. Okay. Go. Yeah. Yeah, my craft room is full of command hooks and right there. Ribbon ties that I have created for things to go to. Sending sunshine and smiles. And we're just gonna put the sunshine right here. Okay. There's my pumpkin pie. So I will probably send this video out to a couple people just because I'm really kind of pleased with how it's coming together here. This is Enjoy the Little Things. Do that in pink in the middle. And again, this is a set that's on the last chance list from the holiday mini. And I did want to mention it's on sale for $18. So it's at a discount. I don't think it's going to be available for very long. It's just a great basic image and sentiment set. It's great for somebody who's just starting out with stamping. And highly recommend. That. Those down Stamp and Scrub. Throws up my ink pad. This. Finally, all ready. Just to send a happy little hello to somebody. And again, this is the kind of thing that I hear people say so often, oh, there's so many supplies. Well, start using them, okay? I can't help you buy any more unless you're using the ones you got. So pull out your scraps, pull out your paper that you bought because you love the pattern and whatever, and make just some block cards here. All right, last card for tonight. I am going to do a happy birthday card. And again, using the Sunshine and Smiles. I'm going to take this happy birthday. I was trying to decide. I think I'm going to do it in blueberry. I just really like that strong color. Sometimes when you have a card and you don't want to use black, there are some other colors that are just kind of go-to strong sentiment colors. And I would say that Blueberry Bushel is one of them. So let's see how we do. See how we like it. Because you know what? Paper has two sides. If we don't like it, we can switch it up. There's that happy birthday. Oh, I like that. Good choice. Okay. Take my handy dandy 2 3/8 inch punch, which is also not in the catalogs. It's online. So you have to make your way to the online store to get access to some of these really fun products. One of the things that people have found over the years is that if we do show you everything all at once, it's really hard for people to make a decision. So Stampin' Up! In their most recent catalog did not do that. They said, we're going to just give you the basics so that you can ask for what you need when you're ready to know more. And I think it's worked out really well. It means that they can refresh the catalogs much more frequently, and people are not overwhelmed, which I like as a demonstrator. Cupcake in the middle. I love it. So cute. All right. There's that. And we're going to put that on dimensionals, and we could do more of that. But I think not. I think we're just going to put some sparkles on this one. That's what I think we're going to do. Grab some dimensionals from my handy dandy drawer. Here we go. Here we go. And take a big tool. So I'm hoping, as you're watching this tonight, that you are inspired to send some cards out. I sent 50 Christmas cards, and I did not get to send to everyone on my list. I just said, you know what? That's part of the sort of the mindset of must do everything perfectly and well. And I decided, you know what? If I didn't get to you at Christmas, I'll send you a Happy New Year card, or I'll send you a Valentine's card. And I'm just going to I'm going to let go of perfect, because it's not helping anybody to worry about that. Oh, I know what I can show you. So these are some of the freebies from Celebration. That's another thing. If you didn't want to have a stamp set, you can get the sparkles to go with it. Aren't they beautiful? Look at them. They're just like iridescent. Some of those and see what we got. See how we look. So again, if you are joining late, I am focusing on craft blocks, card blocks this spring, and really wanting to keep things simple and keep people actively crafting and breaking things down into actions that you can do while you're watching TV, while you're waiting at the dentist for your kid to finish their orthodontist appointment. Oops, let's get that down. I really want that to look like a cherry. Oops, come on. Cherry there. There's that, and we'll put some of these iridescent ones down here. Sprinkle a little glitter. There's some little gems. They're very pretty. Those are freebies. I love it. These are called purple adhesive backed sequins, but really there are 4 different shades of purple. And I think you can see that it goes with really any color card. Okay, so again, go into your, I'm challenging you, go into your stash, figure out what papers you really love, get yourself some card bases cut some strips of paper, cut some quarter sheets of white, and let's get some of these cards in the mail to folks. These are the sets, one more time, that I used tonight. And this is the host code. Okay, and I am going to switch back to the big camera. Okay. And I would love to help you with any and all of your stamping needs. And I am going to be going live on Thursdays at 7 o'clock and Tuesdays at 7 o'clock. And I will be doing a Saturday class once a month. So if you'd like to be part of that, send me a message, send me an email so I can get you all the details. I am working on a new newsletter, which I'm very excited about. But I can't send it to you unless you have your email registered with me. So head over to my demonstrator site and check in with me. And have a happy New Year this week, friends. I know everybody's tired, but you know what? That's why Thursday nights are just a great craft night, because it's almost the weekend. Yay! All right. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you next time.